I made it. Yo, love it. You finally made it to a stream. Let's fucking go. I came just in time. They started on time today. Pretty rare. What's good, Fairy? Yo, what's up, JV165? Everything is actually quite good. I'm excited. I'm still like, there's still a few picks that I haven't fully decided on, so I needed to see the ceremonial to make that decision. So we'll come to it together. Thank you for the $2, by the way, also. Thank you, thank you. Oh, sorry, a motorcycle just drove by as I hit the bowl. There we go. Do another one. Hello, everyone. Okay, who's in here? Marcio, hello, hello. I have 20 minutes. That's probably enough time. These usually don't last too long. Who you got for the main and co-main? This is why we're watching this to decide, because I need some more help. I need, like, you know, I need some more help deciding. Are we painting or just clearing our chakras today? Today we're just clearing our chakras. I still have so much to do, guys, because I'm flying on Monday. I did a mini stream on my second channel yesterday, so some of you don't know this, but I'm flying on Monday. So I've just been trying to get everything sorted, and I don't know if I'll have time to do all that today. Though it would be fun. The traveling should be sick. It should. It should for sure. Oh, hello, Pablo, by the way. Who else is in here? Tom Cooks. Joseph. Do you think minty is the opposite of spicy? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but she kind of gives me the vibes of, like, a girl that grew up in the suburbs. Very, like, basic, the typical, you know, the typical suburban life. Not a bad thing, just, like, reminds me of every other suburban girl I know. Where are you flying to? South America. Is the fight... No. The fight stream is still on. I'm traveling on Monday. The fight's tomorrow. So, I've just been trying... That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to organize everything so that it can happen. I need to hear your opinion on Luke versus Kevin Holland fight. Yeah, I'll give you my, so when they walk up on stage, I'll give you my initial reaction, and then I'll also, you guys, oh wait, hold on. Were you the one that said you only have 20 minutes? Yeah, it was you. Oh, but you're in the Discord. You're in the Discord, so I can update you there as well. Fairy gang, rise up! Weary traveler, welcome to the chat. Ding the wolf for you real quick. Okay, Troinsky. That's such a funny last name, by the way. This Troinsky guy. Troinsky versus let me pull up my notes. I'm so bad with names. Troinsky versus Medeiros. So this is the dude that has never fought in the UFC before. Medeiros had his 2 fights. They were both decisions. Fairy Yuri Maxing, traveling the world, learning the arts. Yeah. Medeiros looks pretty solid overall, guys. Also, I quickly, like, watched this other dude's fights, and he just doesn't look like he's, like, that talented yet, to be honest. Like, he's a little sloppy. This is an interesting one I have so many opinions on. Yo, Yanal is such a huge underdog. He's like, he's at plus 400, something insane. I feel like sometimes there's like a glitch in this in the UFC drafting system. What is it called? Because Sal killed fucking knocked out Jubilee last time in like 2 seconds, and so that but he only had like that was his first fight in the UFC, and before that he was on the Contender Series. Killian is a beast, kinda like true, and I feel like people are also giving people think he has extra aura because of his mullet, but like, dude, Schmooze is actually pretty good. He's like really solid. He is big. He is big. That's true. He is big. But at the same time, like, Ashmuz is pretty good at, like, holding his own in there, you know? Hello, Coin. Welcome. Welcome to the Vibe Pick stream. This is an interesting one also. Do you guys know the organization this dude fought in? It was like Z something. Never fought in the UFC. I just feel like with Ashmuz being such a huge underdog, why not sprinkle some money on him? Also, like, okay, let's see this one. I'm actually curious. Looks like he's ready to go to a bar fight. Okay. This card is a chalk fest. This is gonna be a good fight. So apparently Ariana missed weight by like 6 pounds, by the way, guys. I don't know, because otherwise she's a pretty big underdog, but like how big is 6 pounds? Yeah, she looked a little chunky at the weigh-in. 6 pounds. She also looked like very unhappy to be there. But also after seeing what Kong Wang did to Bruno Brazil, it's like hard for me to pick against her, even with the 6 pound weight discrepancy. Let's see how she looks. I mean, extra weight doesn't really mean much. Ariana is not really that much of a grappler, right? She mostly she has missed weight by 6 pounds. Is it pronounced Wong Tong? Girls on their period should be the favorite. Well, actually, that's true, because when you're on your period, your levels of testosterone actually rise. I mean, it was difficult to tell with that one. Okay. Almost a whole weight class, but she looks healthy. I just want to see. Okay, I'll check the stats later. I like this guy, by the way, and I think I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what the odds are. Do you guys know for him and Chaos Williams? I couldn't find it on the UFC website. But every time I've ever put any sort of trust in Chaos Williams, he fucking loses. Like, I just don't trust Chaos Williams. I just don't. He's disappointed me, like, one too many times. Not gonna do it. I actually like the other guy. Chaos is a mid-tier regional fighter, in my opinion. Yeah. I guess he just never left that vibe, you know? Don't trust these. Yeah. This isn't like, this also isn't like, I like the other dude, but this also isn't, a fight that I would bet on. Also, this one I needed to watch the weigh-in for, because I was just like, man, it's tough. Because Sergey hasn't, like, most of his fights have ended in the first or second round lately, so yeah, it really hasn't been going to decisions. Acosta just wins, never spectacularly though. Yeah, but his last wins. Let's see. Yeah. Undecipherable vibe also with this one. Damn. This one is a clear choice, of course. Ribeiro versus Murzakanov. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the undefeated mountain Muslim over the flamboyant male dancer. You know what I mean? Spivak is gonna be too mentally slow, I think, but hard to choose. See, that's the thing. When I saw Spivak, I was like, he looks like he has like half an extra chromosome. Not a full one, but he does. He is a little fucking slow. So I just want to like check back who he's fought. He is a good fighter. Was he the one that submitted Tybura? But that was like, he's good. Yeah. Sometimes he's really good, and then, yeah. Mazamak Murzakanov looks freaking solid. Booga booga. He's Tom Aspinall's favorite fighter? Why? Cause he kind of looks like him, in a way. Like, Sergey Spivak does kind of look like Tom Aspinall. Half chromey. Yeah. Joshua Van versus Bruno Silva. I'm picking Joshua Van, not making that mistake again. Joshua Van is a freaking gangster. He's showed this to us. I am not picking against Joshua Van. I'm super antsy and ADD. How do I slow my roll? I'm not sure. Привет, Tuxedo Mask! Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Приветствую, приветствую. Silva looks aight. He looks like a Temu version of someone. Who am I thinking of? He looks like a Temu version of like a fighter. It'll come to me unless one of you guys can name it first. Yeah, Joshua Van's the pick for that. Mike Perry! Oh my god! They do look alike, although Mike Perry is quite taller. Yeah, that's true, wow. Kevin Holland. I tried to figure out the vibe with Kevin Holland at the, like, media day and press conference. Vicente gets smacked up a lot. I think Holland snipes him. Holland also has long arms, by the way. Every time I see him fight, I'm like, this guy's reach is incredible. I also like Kevin Holland's vibe right now. What he just said. Why are you so serious? It's not a good look. Look who's live, Agent Smith. Welcome. Yes. I gotta do the ceremonials, guys. Come on. Patchy Mix versus Maria Bautista. 135. Yo, this guy looks like he has something special about him. Hi Perry, how are you? Mohammed, thank you for the 8 months of membership, by the way. I'm pretty well actually, and feeling better. Feeling better as the minutes go by. Yeah, Mario just kind of looks like, you know, like he's kind of out of his prime. He looks like he's gonna get fucking cooked. I saw Patchy fight, he didn't look all that. Really? I feel like when I saw him fight, I was like, maybe he just didn't need to, like, do more, but, like, his record is pretty amazing, and, like, this dude looks like he's in there, like, he came to get locked in a cage and finish the other dude and eat him, literally. Like, that's the vibe this other guy's giving me. Joe Pyfer. What's happening to Joe Pyfer's hair? Is that a hair transplant? It looks so strange. Everyone's saying Patchy is the real deal. I think so too, and he's got the vibe. Kelvin Gastelum and Joe Pyfer. Let's see this. I'm leaning towards Joe Pyfer, to be honest. Who is Gastelum's last win? Oh, Daniel Rodriguez. I do remember him doing better than I expected him to. Let me quickly do some research here. Oh. Honestly, I'm going with Joe Pyfer. Sorry, I was just, yeah, going with Joe Pyfer. I was just thinking in his fight with Jack Hermanson, the only reason Jack Hermanson won is because he out gas tanked him. Like, he just had all the cardio. You know what I mean? And he was able to just go all the way. Calvin Gastelum is not the same. Ooh, Juan. Thank you for the 8 months of membership also. God damn, time is really flying by. The win was promised to Yanala Schmooze 4,000 years ago. Lol. I hate Pyfer. I don't know why. Lucas Tracy calling him a crybaby didn't help. There's something about him. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. There's something like mildly annoying about him. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I do still think he's gonna win. And also, Yanala Schmooze is also gonna win. I have a feeling about it. And at plus 400, whatever he is, like, insane. Juliana Pena with the biceps. I think Juliana is shook, but I thought the same the first time against Nunes. So yeah, but didn't she just go to a decision with Raquel Pennington? Wasn't like a split decision too, or it was a split decision, I'm pretty sure. Also, I don't know if you guys have been seeing, yeah, it was a split decision. Have you guys been seeing Kayla Harrison recently? She has been looking insane. Like, she looks better than she looks as good as she looked at the Holly Holm fight, if not better. And also, I've been watching a lot of like media on her, but also like she's like a huge favorite for a reason. Tuxedo Mask, I want to hear your theories about India's mystic past. Ooh, my theories about, thank you for the $2. My theories on India's mystic past. What exactly about this? This is a broad topic, Tuxedo Mask. You're gonna have to narrow it down. Ashmuz isn't Jewish though, isn't he? I mean, he's fighting out of Israel. I don't know. He looks fairly Jewish to me. I don't know. I'm not really you know, the expert. Yeah, she looks ready. She's on everything, but respect her for taking in her sister's kids. True. Yeah, she is super soft. Like, that's what I'm saying. She, like, you can tell, like, her you know, skin's looking very thin. Just, she's got the extra man pumping through her. I don't know how she and O'Malley weigh the same, but her physique is way better. I think it's because she's shorter, probably. But also, I think she goes hard at the weight cut. Like, she cuts a lot of weight. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys saw how she showed up to the official weigh-in, like, you know what I mean? People were like, oh, she might not make weight. I mean, she obviously did because she's a professional, but, like, she just cuts a lot of weight. So, like, I don't know what she's actually walking around at normally. Did you see how bulky she was during embedded? Yeah, I did. And that's another thing, like, she looked really solid. I did not like Juliana Pena's vibes. I'll discuss it after, by the way. I'll discuss it after. Kayla got a breakable nose. Honestly, it's so interesting because her nose is, like, so prominent, and it almost looks strong, though. Like, you would think that because it's so big, it would be fairly easy to, like, hit and break. But at the same time, it looks like it's made of iron. You know what I mean? I'm just worried about Kayla's gas if she doesn't pound her out quick. I'm actually not worried about that. And I'll tell you why after. Or maybe now. It's just let's see how long it takes them to do this little promo. I don't know where the fuck all that muscle went during her weight cut. I think a lot of it too is, like, her skin right now is, like, quite thin. So, it makes her muscles look just, you know, more visible, more defined. So maybe it's just like a hydration thing. I'm not sure. I'm back. What are the big vibes? Ooh, strongest vibes. We'll go over it after this last one. They're gonna announce the last two to walk up. So glycogen, water, etc. What's glycogen? Russian accent now. I feel like I only need to pull out the Russian accent when it's like when I'm like judging something very hard, you know. But like otherwise, like I feel like it's not very fitting. Marab finished by GNP. So I have so many thoughts on the Marab situation. So we'll see. Like I'm actually super curious to see how he looks like now. Because at the press conference, he looked kind of fucked up. Like he looked like a fucking he looked like they just pulled him out of the gulag. You know what I mean? He was like barely stringing his words together. Like I don't know what was going on with his weight cut. I don't know if I've seen him like that before. But at the same time, even afterwards when they face each other off after the press conference, I was like, well, actually he looks okay. So let's see how he looks now that he's like rehydrated a little bit. Marab was in energy conservation mode. Yeah. I see the ground pound finish, guys. From Marab. Bodybuilders, carb load after a weight cut before the show. Oh, I see. Kayla was flat because she had nothing in her muscle. Oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah, it is funny how Sean is the same weight as Kayla, but he's probably quite a bit taller. He looks tall, right? I don't know how tall he is. It's funny too, cause like Sean just looks uninspired. Dude, Marab looks fucking solid. I don't know. Marab looks good. Marab looks good. Sean O'Malley is... Hell yeah. No, he looks solid. Alright. He was looking like a withered old man yesterday. Now he looks like his good old Georgian self. Yeah, Sean's got that, like, arrogant, you don't know what I've been preparing for the past 3 months kind of vibe. And Marab's like, brother, I know that's what you think, but, like, you don't hang in the mountain, you know? You hang in the valley. Oh, he's 5'11". Sean is 5'11". Kayla Harrison is 5'8". Too sharp, too fast, too focused. I feel like he's got people blowing smoke up his ass. 3-inch difference, yeah. And also another thing is, I feel like because people are so accustomed to seeing men with muscle, like, when they're not huge, people assume, oh, he doesn't have that much muscle. Like, that much muscle on a woman would look very different also. You know what I mean? Amalia's Fairy's height. He's 1 inch taller than me. He's 5'11". I'm 5'10". But you never know. He might actually be 5'10", saying he's 5'11". We don't know that. He's 180 centimeters. I'm 178. So. Sean knows the show's over. I feel like that is the case. And he can't, he has to obviously, like he even that thing he said at the end, oh, like faster, sharper, better, whatever, like he didn't even seem like he believes what he was saying, you know what I mean? Like, he's locked the fuck in. Marab is an aura farmer and barely wins his decisions. Sean KO. Maybe, but honestly, like, is it just me or does Sean look unusually more uninspired than normal? Like, I know he's never like that outgoing, but he looks, I don't know. He just doesn't look like he's that into it as he normally does. Like, even the last fight he had more energy. That's something I should do. I should watch the face off from the first time. Hold on, let me search that up. O'Malley versus Marab. Face off 1. Which UFC was it? 3 what? Do you guys remember which UFC event they fought at? Paradox, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, somebody tell me which UFC they fought at before. Also, Tuxedo, do you think John Jones is gay? Yeah, probably. He looks like the type of dude that's gay and also hates the fact that he's gay, but still participates in his desires, but also like takes out the hatred of his actions on his partners. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like I've seen these people before. And yeah, just saying. Did you watch yesterday's press conference? I did. Marab looked fucked up. That was my thought there. But only while he was at the table. Sean looked deflated in every way. Caravaggio. He literally looked like his essence had been collected. This isn't going to be a decision. It'll be an O'Malley robbery. Why do you say that? I meant to say there. Yeah, no, but why do you say that? Fairy, did you see the disrespect O'Malley in every embedded thumbnail? I hadn't noticed disrespectful thumbnails. Let me see. He looks fine. It's just that with him without the colored hair makes him look a little bit gray overall. I think that's just what it is. And I think maybe he's trying to look more serious this time around. Because he kind of always looks like that. Hold on. Versus Dvalishvili. I'm gonna find the other. Oh, it's not here. Marab or O'Malley versus Dvalishvili. Oh, 311. Okay, let's see the face-off from 311. I'm trying to find it. It is deep. UFC 311. Face-off. 311. Let's go this way. Ugh, why is this so hard to find? It wasn't 311. Do you guys remember? Ugh. Hold on, okay, let me find this manually. Okay, last time they fought. Oh, it was 306. Jesus. UFC 306 face off. Okay. Okay. Actually, Sean had the same vibe. He just had colored hair. But he also looked like he also looked like he thought he knew something that Marab didn't know, which wasn't the case apparently. Marab also did look really good at that time. Okay. Okay, something else I wanted to check is if Ariane Silva, what's her style again? I felt like she was always on the feet, right? 17 and 10. 6 KOs, 4 submissions, 7 decisions. Okay, so she kind of does a bit of everything. Okay. O'Malley was 5 of 5 thumbnails. Marab was in 1. Oh, I see. I mean, but that's the reason they even rescheduled. Oh, I see that. But that's the reason they rescheduled this fight so quickly is because, like, O'Malley was UFC's little, like, what's the word? Like, promoter because of his, like, special look. Like, he had a thing, you know? And they don't want to see that go. They want to push him. I also think they assume that people are into it more than they are. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Wait. He was in 1, 2... But he was in the cold open thumbnail. I don't know. They're really trying to push Sean. $9.11. I'm thinking $3.11. Oh. Hello, Tony. Oh, sorry. I haven't been keeping up with the chat. Hello, the MMA holes. Welcome. So here are my thoughts so far. Which UFC fighter looks more like an incel? Out of all these, I don't know. Kind of none of them. Maybe Mark Choinsky, actually. Mark Choinsky, the first dude. His last name also. That's very unfortunate. Maybe Joe Pyfer. And May Glory Holes is lurking. Well, we have some important decisions to make. And I realize that the ones that everybody is, like, on the fence about and wants to hear perspectives on is the Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland situation. And then the Marab and O'Malley situation. Thank you for the 10 AED, by the way, Mohammed. No message, but thank you for the quiet support. Lock in the Pixio. I will in a second. Isn't everyone afraid of the Caravaggio? Isn't everyone afraid of them? Oh, of them. Of who? Oh. Maybe we can debate this tomorrow, Caravaggio. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm reading a conversation that I wasn't a part of. Poster child, by the way. That was the word coin I was looking for, yeah. Sean is the UFC's poster child. Also, hello, Jason. I just noticed you joined the chat. I don't know how other streamers keep up with their chats because I just feel like it's like a lot of messages. Yo, Tuxedo! Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Now, Umarco, Charles, Jeff, It's Danny, and Biscuit Party can join the Discord. Also, Charles, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Thank you, Tuxedo. So kind of you. Just answer each quickly. Okay, I'll answer each quickly because and then like the last 2, you gotta give me a moment. There, I'll put up my notes. Okay, so starting from the top, Markel Medeiros versus Mark Choinsky. I'm going for Medeiros. Pretty good pick. I feel pretty solid about that. The dude's been in the UFC, Medeiros has fought twice in the UFC before. Mark Choinsky, this will be his first time, and he's coming from an organization that I'm not familiar with at all. Probably going to flop. I would say that's a pretty safe bet. Next up, Killian Salkid versus Yanal Ishmouz. I'm getting the same vibes from here as I got with Macy Chasson and Ketlin Vieira, where it's just like the odds were weird, and it's like, I don't know. The Yanal Ishmouz as such a big underdog is like crazy town to me. Hold on, let me pull up. Okay, and sorry, I have like 50 tabs open right now, and I'm trying to juggle the stream and all the different tabs, and I'm trying to try my best. Okay, yes. So Yanal Ishmouz is where is he on here? Okay. Plus 425 and Killian Salkid is minus 575. Like, that's ridiculous to me. It's like, oh, yeah, Killian got one one crazy KO on Jubilee, which is like, okay, cool. Like, that was cool KO, but it's also fucking Jubilee. So like, how seriously can we take this? I don't think we can. And at the same time, Yanal Ishmouz, his last fight, I'm pretty sure it was a loss, right? But it also wasn't a bad one from what I remember. Oh, you know, he won against Trevor Peek. Which, by the way, he was an underdog, so that's a good sign. He was an underdog. He lost against Chris Duncan, but that's to be expected. He's been winning against other good dudes. Sam Patterson. Like, he can fight with bigger dudes. The only people he can't fight with is Chris Duncan, because Chris Duncan is a fucking savage. You know what I mean? So, like, Yanal Ishmouz at plus 425 is insane. I would say that's, like, pretty solid. And Yanal Ishmouz, like, his cardio is pretty good. His kicks are solid. He can fight at a distance even though he's small. You know, and, like, Killian Salkid also just like, I'm not getting any, like, reinforcing vibes from him. Thoughts on Buy Me a Coffee taking 10 years to give Paradox his money? I know, it's like that. They make you go through like a different third party website, and it takes like 2 weeks. But yeah, don't worry, it'll get there. That Jubilee KO was hilarious. Dude, it was some comical shit. I just rewatched it just like I knew exactly what happened, but just for like shits and giggles. That guy got knocked out, and I almost felt like it almost sounded like a bloop. Like, not even like a smack, but like a bloop. You know what I mean? Like when you punch like some rubber, like, I don't know, like water, like some watery rubber. I don't even know what to say. That's what it sounded like. Do you think the UFC is on a decline, and what can they do to improve it? Yes, they are. Obviously, Dana didn't even, like, fucking participate in the press conference. Like, you can tell also that the UFC, like, this UFC embedded series has been, like, one of the worser ones. You know what I mean? It's like, they put in very minimal effort, but it's okay. You should use Streamlabs instead. It's just PayPal, plus you can use OBS to pop the stuff up on screen. Oh, Streamlabs. Streamlabs? Okay, can you message me in the Discord about that later? I just got gifted membership. Just wanted to let y'all know. It's Denny. It's a good day for you, Denny. Solid. And thank you, Tuxedo, again for the gifted memberships. Those are actually super fun. I actually started giving them on other people's channels. It feels nice to give away like a membership, to be honest. UFC is wash, not treating the fighters like slaves would improve things. Yeah, like also treating them like humans would be nice. Giuliano, thank you for the $10. Paradox in here after acting like that happy birthday from you. Don't make him weep with joy. Also, UFC embedded is always horrendous, but yeah, this one was rough. Honestly, it hasn't always been horrendous, I feel, but recently it has. Like, sometimes it's actually quite interesting. Like, the ones they did in Australia were kind of cool. I enjoyed those. Like, those were actually fun. And the ones in the Emirates seem to have been okay. But, yeah, anyhow. Giuliano owes me $90. R.I.P. Cut fighter pay. Oh god. What'll happen then? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Jekka Saragi versus Ju Sang Yu. This one's fucked up because, like, I've never seen Ju Sang Yu before. I've seen Jekka Saragi once, and he's kind of like takedownable. You know what I mean? Like, he is takedownable. Which is kind of fucked up. Like, he like, for some reason, like, I've literally seen people just, like, pull him by the leg and, like, flip him. Which is just not... It's kind of scary if you're considering him as a pick. And Ju Sang Yu, okay, let's see. Oh, he wins mostly by KO and decision, so he's not a submission dude. So this guy is gonna stand with Jekka Saragi. He's much taller. I honestly can't give you guys... Like, I would not bet on this fight. Just because, like, it's super sus. He's from South Korea. Jekka Saragi is from... What is... Indonesia? Indonesia, yeah. He got fucking submitted by Weston Wilson. And I know that was, like... Wait, he lost to Anshul Jubli? Dude, no. Sorry. My bad. I'll take back everything I said. We're picking the Korean man. We're picking Ju Sang Yu because Jekka Saragi lost to Jubli. Okay? Anyways. Let's move on. Ariane Lipski de Silva and Kong Wang. Ariane Lipski missed weight by 6 pounds, but it didn't look like it was like 6 pounds of muscle. It looked like 6 pounds of fat, which I don't know if it's gonna benefit her all that much. Like, does she even... When was the last time she got a submission? Oh, Casey O'Neill. Okay, well, Casey O'Neill's a different story. She lost against Jasmine Jasudavicius and she lost against Karini Silva. Okay, she lost, and she won against Jade Aldridge and Melissa Gatto. Okay, so these are the people who she wins against. And Kong Wang just won against Bruna Brazil. Dude, the Bruna Brazil win is honestly solid. I'll just pick her just for that. Because if Ariana can't handle Karini Silva and Jasmine Jasudavicius, most likely she won't be able to handle Kong Wang, even with her being 6 pounds overweight. I posted a sketch to the Creative Discord tab. Okay, Nice, nice, nice. I'm glad we're using that one. I was wondering. I was like, are people gonna use this channel? I'll check it out after the stream, or maybe not. Maybe after I finish the picks. 6 pounds of chunk. Yeah, that's basically what happened. I'm not reading. Juliana, don't speak unless it's a. Okay. Oh, are you guys in beef now? I thought you guys were cool, like last week. Jeez. Embedded hasn't been the same since Fight Island. I just don't know what happened with Dana and why he just he's already been kind of not caring, but now it's just like so evident and he doesn't even care. Like he doesn't care that we know. How's the bow pick? Yo, Musical, welcome. It's chilling. I can show you guys the progress, but I feel like I need to redo the layers because like I actually don't want to show you the progress right now. I'll show you later because it's not like I don't really like how it looks right now. It looks fine, but it's not meeting my expectations. So I have to like fix it up a little more and then I'll show you. Are you allowed to post videos of people getting hit by cars in the Discord? I think so. I think you can post anything there. But you know what, Tom Cooks? I'll make a channel specifically for like gory shit like that. And then you can post it in there. Jasmine a solid fighter, but women's MMA standards. She is. And so, but that's what I'm saying. I think so is Bruna Brazil. I picked Bruna Brazil to win against Kong Wang when they were fighting. And Kong Wang won. Unanimously. She's pretty quick. And that's the thing. Kong Wang has speed. Ariana Lipsky is going to be, like, weighed down by her fat, by her extra 6 pounds of just chub. You know what I mean? Super duper cool, man. Interesting username. Kingano and Jones just box so they don't have to ruin the UFC heavyweight division. Dude, that's so sad. I don't even want to talk about that right now. That's, like, some real depressing shit, and, like, the entire organization is just dodging that whole situation, and, like, it almost seems like that's what's been tipping Dana over. Like, that fight between Aspinall and Jones is just like, he's just like, nope, that's it, fuck this, I'm out. Am I doing a companion tomorrow? I am. Yes, I am. I have to. For any of these big cards, I'm just like, it's just too fun to miss. For the smaller ones, I'm just like, I guess I could, but yeah, no, I like doing the companions for the big cards. And also for the small cards too, I'm here because I know that you guys you're like, well, I do want to watch the UFC. Hopefully someone else also wants to watch this shitty card with me. Okay, anyhow, let's move on to the next one. So far for the early prelims, we got Medeiros, Schmooze, Sang Yu, and Wang. And my favorites so far are Schmooze and Medeiros. Okay, now let's move on to the next ones. Chaos Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. So, as I was saying to you guys, Chaos Williams just like always he's one of these fighters that just always finds a way to lose. Like it's just like you think, oh, he's doing well, oh, he's got just disappointment every time. So this is what's gonna happen here. Plus, this other Gustafsson dude looks like they like peeled him out of a cave. You know what I mean? When I saw him, even at the official weigh-in, I was like, who is this dude? He looks like he's made of stone. And he's also a good grappler. I just don't think like Chaos like Williams is gonna be prepared for this. And the way he also stepped onto the scale, he like, let me try and emulate what he did. He like stepped on the scale and he was like planted himself. It was, you know what I mean? Seemed very legit. I was like, I like your stance, bro. Weary Traveler, welcome to the Discord Deku Den. Yes, thank you for joining the Discord chat. I'm so excited about the Discord chat. I made it look so like I like fully finished setting it up, and I really like how the vibes in there right now. So yes, welcome to the Deku Den. I'm throwing 5 Deku nuts on Pena, really? Okay, so I'll get to the Pena conversation in a moment. I love how you use your female instincts to base your picks on, lol. Dude, it's saved me so many times. It's like, it's such valuable insight, I feel. Seriously. At first I was like, well, maybe I'm tripping because I don't know this and I don't... No, it's actually solid. Like, especially last week I was telling you guys with the Vieira situation. Anyways, that's how I feel about a schmooze. The same feeling I had, like the same kind of feeling I had about Vieira, this is how I feel about a schmooze. Who's a plus 425 dog? What the fuck? What are those odds? If, like, someone's trying to make money on him. Anyways, let's move on to... So we picked Andreas Gustafsson. Let's move on to Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. As we were saying, guys, Sergey Spivak looks like he's got like half an extra chromosome. Half an extra chromosome. We also know that he does not really go the distance. He's a bit slow, but he's overall a good fighter. At the same time, Acosta has been winning against these, like, shittier dudes. Like, Robles de Spain, that was, like, I feel like that's when people, like, started hyping him. They were like, yeah, what's his nickname? Salsa Boy. They were like, yeah, Salsa Boy, hell yeah. He won against Andrei Arlovsky, who was, like, 40. Lucas Bresky is fucking trash. So, it's hard. And Ryan Spann also, like... left hook to ground punches. Like, that's the thing. He can catch you. Waldo Cortez Acosta can catch you. But at the same time, he's 6'4". Oh, he's 6'4". I didn't realize he was 6'4". That is crazy. Okay, and Sergey Spivak is 6'3". Same reach. This is interesting. So, I mean, he's probably going to try to grapple with him. I don't know. I don't like anything about this fight. This screams a decision. It really does. I don't see anybody... I don't really see anybody getting knockouts. Sergey Spivak lost against Jailton Almeida, but we know that Jailton Almeida is a savage and is just, like, more of a man than Sergey Spivak. Like, physically looking like just, you know... One against Marcin Tybura, that was a lucky armbar. So he is slick. He is slick. How, like, will he be able to do that with Waldo? I don't know, because Waldo's also, like, I feel like Waldo would be difficult on the ground, you know what I mean? Lost against Cyril Gahn. Won against Derek Lewis. Okay, so he can, actually, never mind. He can, okay, so he won against Derek Lewis. He can actually, he can fight with these bigger dudes. You know what? I think I'm going to go with Sergey Spivak. Not super confident, but I think my gut's telling me that that's... I was already kind of leaning towards that. But I feel like it's going to be a decision. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, shit. Giuliano, thank you for the $10. I just saw that. Docs believes Sal Kid is a lock, but... KK believes he loses. Who is correct? I know the answer. Interesting. Petition to get 7 consecutive bonks on the bonking bell. 7 consecutive bonks. I guess I can do that because Tuxedo donated like 5 memberships. So, and Giuliano just donated, so we can do 7 consecutive bonks. I think it would make sense. But we have to time them a little bit. Like the first one. The second one. KK, those are my initials, Paradox. I guess he's just using that. Paradox, the bell is for donos. Dip into your trust fund. Yeah. These things I'm doing are for Tuxedo Mask. Привет, Фея, как дела? Привет, доктор. We only see you, doctor. We only see you at the bigger cards. I am good. How about you? How about you? By the way, you weren't here, but when we announced this, but I have a Discord now, and since you're a member, do join if you have Discord. There should be a link in my posts tab on my channel, and just link your channel. There'll be instructions, but yes, please join. And any of my members that haven't joined already, the Discord does exist, in case you don't already know. Как оно есть, мой друг. Join the Deku Den. One of us. Well, he's already part of the fairy fountain. But the actual Discord is the Deku Den overall, so it's kind of like a merging of worlds. Caravaggio jealous of my Bonkor. Well, it depends on what you ask, Paradox, because in this case, I was like, well, I also do kind of want to ding the bowl 7 times. I probably didn't even ding it 7 times. I think I just dinged it like 5, but I think that's fine. The apiary, yes. So on Discord, it's the fairy apiary. Within the Deku Den. Within the Deku Den, we have the fairy apiary. Anyhow, guys, so the pick for Spivak versus Acosta is going to be Spivak. Next up, Azamat Murzakanov versus Brandon Ribeiro. Do I even need to break this one down? Azamat Murzakanov is going to murder Ribeiro, whichever way he decides to. Like, this is not even, like... R.I.P. Renson Ribeiro. I do not see this guy winning at all. Like, safe bet, but the odds on that probably aren't super great. Yeah, minus 625 and plus 455. I mean, that's better than Kayla Harrison. The Book of Levi Jeans, thank you for the $2. What's the loudest you can hit the bowl? I like this question. The thing is, I feel like the problem is, like, if you try and hit it like really loud, sometimes the frequency starts sounding weird. But I'll try and hit it as loud as I can and like retain the integrity of the sound. That was pretty loud. I don't know how that sounded on the mic. Hopefully not too, like, aggressive, but... Damn, that one opened up my third eye. Yes. Sounded great. It was nice. Yeah, it really... It's interesting, because, like, depending on, like, the angle of how you hit it, like, the sound changes. I've never hit it that hard before, actually. Okay, and let's do the last one on the prelims, guys, and then I'm literally, like, I need to, like, pee so bad. I'm gonna pee and come back, like, immediately, but I cannot hold this anymore. Like, I'm dying over here. Okay, Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. Joshua Van is a gangster. Bruno Silva, Timu... What's that guy's name? You guys told me... fuck, what was his name? I keep forgetting his name. The Timu dude? The guy who he looks like Timu version of? Mike Perry, yes, thank you. Mike Perry, literally. Yeah, the odds on this too. Minus 650 and plus 470. Like, Bruno Silva doesn't even look like he's present, by the way. Also, yeah, Joshua Van has been doing really... Okay, guys, I literally, like, if I do not go pee right now, I think I will just pee myself, and that's nobody wants that. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. I was just gonna say, I feel like that was pretty quick, but like, and also I don't know if this is TMI, but like when I literally went to the bathroom and sat down, like I think my bladder was so full that it was all just like. Anyways, that was like the strongest I've ever peed in my life. Anyways, get a diaper like Guru. I don't think I could do that, dude. Plus, that wouldn't work for me because I need to I need to pee like all the time. So like, I just need to change. Like I would just pee myself in the diaper and then just like have to sit in my pee. No, thank you. Also, is he like I don't know how like he manages not to like get up and have to go to the bathroom. I don't know what he's doing. Is he actually wearing a diaper? That'd be crazy. I think Guru was actually in a wheelchair at one point. What? If you get a diaper, we're getting the Well, I don't think I'm interested in diapers. So, you know. Anyways, yes, so we left off at Bruno Silva and Joshua Van. Joshua Van is a solid pick, but I know he's a huge favorite, but I don't see him losing. He's just too slick. He's too slick on the feet. You could tell he's worked hard to be where he needs to be. Okay. The next one is Vicente Luque and Kevin Holland. I'm going to skip over this one for now and we'll come back around to it. Let's move on to Mario Bautista and Patchy Mix. Again, Mario Bautista, I think he's like no longer in his prime. Patchy Mix, on the other hand, looks like he's going to fucking collect his soul. He looks solid. And let me pull up his record real quick. 20-1. He's 31 years old. 2 KO wins, 13 submission wins, 5 decision wins. Out of his last fights, 3 of them were finishes, 2 of them were decisions. The one split decision with Magomedov, some Russian mountain Muslim. Oh, actually, the most recent fight was a grappling thing, actually. So, actually... 1, 2, 3... Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Guillotine choke. So, it's a round 2, round 1, round 2. Like, he seems very solid. And I saw clips of him fighting on the UFC embedded thing. He's giving, like, Chris Duncan vibes in a way. Do you guys know what I mean? Do you guys see it? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like the like Chris Duncan anger from him. Guru needs to fire his barber ASAP. Bro done him dirty. Didn't he say that like he just like buzzed his hair and that's just how it grew out? I don't think he actually got a legit haircut. I refuse to pick Kevin Holland unless he's can crushing. That's the thing about Kevin Holland. I feel like he's been getting these like sneaky wins, and that's why I'm just like, he's like the boogeyman. I'm just like, I don't know. It's funny too, because like I picked against him the last few times, and somehow it's just like he manages to like slip through with a win. But like his record is 27-13. He won against Gunnar Nelson. But the thing is like in that fight, he basically won because he neutralized him. Lost against Reinier de Ridder, an actual, like, proper fighter. Gunnar Nelson, I'm sorry, which is not. Lost against Roman Dalice. Lost against MVP. Lost against JDM. Won against Michal Aleksiejczuk. Okay, he won against. Okay, so these are he won his last 2 wins against Gunnar Nelson and Michal Aleksiejczuk. And the other dude, let's go Vicente Luque. He's 23-10, also similar looking record actually. 33, 11 KO wins, 9 subs, 3 decisions. Won against Themba Garimbo. I can't remember how good Themba Garimbo was, or how good he was supposed to be. Can you guys like? I still can't tell how good Themba Garimbo is. I need updates on that. His win against Michal was a fluke. Oh, yes! Oh yes, I do remember that because Michal was like he had him on the ground and then he got too excited and then just like let himself get submitted. Fuck, I remember that now. Let me get to this chat. He said he had muscle atrophy in his legs around the time he started streaming. He was like 300 pounds and he did not move up. Oh. He said, but he's really sensitive to ring. Is that true? That's crazy. Kevin Holland, I'm going to skip over this one. Exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, that's also just the energy Kevin Holland brings to the fight. He's just like, I guess I'll fight. Why not? I'll fight today. Sure. Holland loses when his opponent isn't 40 except for Wonder Boy. That's what I'm saying is I think he just like kind of like goes in and is like, well, it is what it is kind of vibe. That's exactly like how he seems all the time. Also, Vicente Luque genuinely seems like he's going to put on a fight. I know he lost against Joaquin Buckley, but like Joaquin Buckley like has a different kind of winning mentality. Rafael Dos Anjos, I don't know about this dude. I would just stay the hell away from this one. I want to pick Vicente, to be honest. I'll update you on that though, by the way, guys. Later on. We'll discuss it in the Discord also. I want to pick Vicente because I just don't trust Kevin Holland. I don't trust him. And I said that last time when Kevin Holland was fighting, but Vicente Luque is no Gunnar Nelson. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this is a different situation. This is a different situation. You pronounce Magomedov nearly perfectly, lol. That's because I speak Russian, so it's just naturally how I would pronounce it. Thoughts on your 2-second cameo in Paradox's latest video? I didn't see it. I'll check it out later. I did not see. I've been having a lot to keep up with these days. Every barber in the UK is now Turkish. It's impossible to get a decent cut. Dude, I went to a Turkish barber one time because my friend recommended it to me. She's Turkish, by the way. This is where I went wrong. And she was like, no, Turkish barbers are so good. And I was like, oh, okay. There was one nearby, and I was like, okay, I'll go to this one. Like, paid a high price and just got, like, a terrible haircut. I was like, the fuck is this? Like, and then I showed him, like, the picture of what I wanted, like, the manager of the place. I was like, this is what I wanted, so what this guy gave me. And he was like, no, but no. And I'm just like, why are you arguing with me, bro? Like, just accept that you can't cut hair for women. Or for men, maybe, either. I don't know. You have your Turkish style. That's not for me. Anyways. Only thing the Turks have experience cutting is opium. R.I.P. Have you thought about interviewing fighters, Fury? I would interview fighters if they were nearby. I don't know if they come to, like, places where I'm staying. I don't know, New York, maybe. Then, yeah, I would interview fighters. Though, I don't know. I feel like I'm not the best interviewer. I feel like I'd have to, like, really sit down and put some questions together. Because I don't want to ask them, like, stupid questions. Like, I want to ask questions that I would find interesting, too, and, like, that you guys would find interesting. Like, some unique things. Like, some Tom Cooks level questions. And maybe we can get Tom Cooks, we can collab with Tom Cooks and create some questions. I picked him over Gunnar, but Gunnar had 2 years off, and yeah, I know. So, like, true. That was a fair pick then, but this time around, I don't think so. I think Kevin Holland's luck is over this time. Shout out Russians. Alexeychuk didn't tap, nor did his arm break. I don't know. Did it not break? His arm looked fucked. Like, his arm looked like it wasn't supposed to be bending that way. But if you want a hair transplant, definitely go to Turkey. Dude, I had a layover in the Turkish airport. And I was like, wow, this is not even, it's like, I thought it's not even a meme. Like, literally everybody, like 50% of the men walking through this airport have bandages on their heads. And they've been having the hair transplants. Some of them look better than others, I will say. Don't just go to any surgeon, plastic surgeon, make sure you find a decent one. Joe Pyfer's hair transplant's looking interesting. Anyways, dun, dun, dun. Would you interview Nina Drama? I guess, but is that even something like you guys want to see? You guys want to know the inner worlds of Nina Drama? Interview Jared Gordon. Let me write that down. Just in case. By the way, guys, in my Discord channel, there's a suggestions... in my Discord server, there's a suggestions channel where you guys can, like, give me all the suggestions. I'm totally, like, down to explore them. Oh, his arm was dislocated. Okay, I guess that's why it probably didn't hurt and he was confused. But if your arm is dislocated, you can't use it anyways. It's out of the joint. What is vibe? What is vibe, man? Define vibe. What is vibe meaning to me? Like, just my perception of the energy. Just me observing everything that's going on and kind of stringing it together in my mind and telling you how I feel about it based on previous observations that I've made and previous outcomes. You got O'Malley or Marab? So let's get we'll get to this. We just finished discussing the prelim card. We're heading over to the main card. Oh, we already discussed 2 fights on the main card. So yeah, I'm going with Vicente Luque, by the way. Interview Shevchenko, Sergey Pavlovich, and Alexander Volkov all in Russian. Dude, that would be dope. I would actually love to do all of those, especially because I can ask them questions that I feel like they would actually want to respond to. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times I see these Russian interviewers getting interviewed and they're just like, why are you even fucking asking me this question? This question is fucking retarded. Like, really? This is the question? You sit me down, you bring me to the interview, and this is the question you ask me? Strange. So I feel like I could actually ask them some interesting, some spicy questions. Interview Jubilee. Maybe next time I find myself in India. I do travel to the part of the country that he's from, so maybe that might be fun for him too. Like, call him up, be like, "Hey, I'm in India. I have this channel. Would you do an interview with me?" I feel like people would actually watch that though. Wait, do we have a Discord channel? Yes, Charles, we do. So that's what I was saying. Okay, for all the members that don't already know, there's a Discord channel, and it's gonna be in my posts tab, under my channel. Go click on it, follow the instructions. There's instructions in the welcome channel, and set it up and join, and it'll be great. Interview the Schmo. Who is the Schmo again? So it's a bias and not objective truth. You mean the vibe? I wouldn't say it's a bias because I'm pretty good at observing things from a third-party perspective. I don't really attach my own emotions onto it at all. And I think that's actually what makes my vibe picks particularly good, is because I really don't experience any emotions. I feel like the way that maybe most people do. They come and I observe them, sort of. So I don't attach them to it. I don't attach them to anything else that's happening in my life. It's just, when you've observed, when you have this collection of data and you've kind of figured out the patterns and you figured out, oh, what has worked last time, what didn't work this time. I feel like I have a good system for figuring out vibes now. I think I do. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when they make their predictions, they also do it quite emotionally because, for instance, Guru, picking Bryce Mitchell, that's kind of emotional, you know what I mean? So, my vibe picks are more practical, I feel, and, overall more solid, maybe. I don't know. Dylan Danis. Hold on, let me write this down. It's not betting that Luque will win. It's betting that Holland will lose at this point. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Especially at this point in his career. Feed the Fatty is live. Hello, Larry Bird. You and your one line that you always type in the chat. Welcome to the chat. She uses secret tantric yogic nihilisms to Oramax. Maybe I am tapping into some secret tantric yogic thing that I'm not even aware of. Maybe I have tapped into an energy fountain that I'm not even exactly sure of how it works, but it's totally there. You know what I mean? We're not aware of all the energies that surround us. Okay, we're biased, but what you're saying is that you try to be very objective. Vibes by their very nature are all emotion. Not necessarily, because it's also my upbringing. Like, I grew up in an environment where I had to be extremely observant of very fine things, very fine changes in behaviors and changes in anything, and I immediately know when something's off. So basically the vibe picks are just me letting you know if something's off or if something's kosher. More like that's basically the whole point of it, because I am already making my picks before that, just based off of the information I already know. This isn't just vibe picks. It's like, it's we're putting everything together. Anyways, I'm not good at explaining things, but Tuxedo, your aura is very blue-purple. Interesting. Is that a good thing? Blue-purple sounds good. But maybe that's also because there's a blue light behind me. But that's nice to know. Blue-purple aura. That's a correlation, Marco. Slavs just happen to be great fighters. Oh, what's the correlation? Oh, I don't know. You do be picking a lot of Slavs. Yeah. If I feel like I mean, I was just sitting on the Waldo and Spivak fight for a while until I made that decision. It's not that I'm like, oh, totally Spivak's gonna win. Sometimes I don't think the Russians are gonna win, especially if it's like a Russian kickboxer who's fighting against a grappler. Then I'm like, oh, okay, their chances are shit, because I know that these Russian kickboxers aren't that good on the ground. They're just not. Great on the feet. Unfortunately, not enough skill on the ground. What are your thoughts on tattoos? Would you ever get one? Like, I don't know. Not really. I don't really like them. It depends. They would have to be really good. Do I want one right now? No. But maybe at some point in my life, I don't know. I'm not, like, totally opposed to them. Okay. So we already went over the first two fights on the main card. Mario Bautista versus Patchy Mix. We're picking Patchy Mix. Mario Bautista, I just feel like he's on his way out at this point. And which is weird. He's 31, but he kind of looks withered. You know what I mean? I'm not totally counting him out. I'm sure he's still going to put on a fight, you know what I mean? But I just feel like he's going to get mauled. Like, I just feel like he's going to get mauled. You know? So. Plus, what is he? He's usually, let's go over to his page. He wins most of his fights by decisions. Well, to be fair, like, submissions and decisions are quite equal. And then three KO wins. And recently he's just been, oh, okay. Last 3 fights, decisions. And then before that, a few submissions in the first round. But maybe he just, like, I don't know, Guido Canetti, Benito Lopez, Brian Killisher, like, I don't know these dudes. But the records are shit. 24-16. Benito Lopez, 10-2. Okay, not bad. Guido 10-8. You know what? It's just, you know what I mean? Like, But he won against Jose Aldo, split decision. But Jose Aldo is also old. Ricky Simone. Damon Blackshear. Damon Blackshear. Like, he's not bad, but also all of these fighters are kickboxers. Most of these. Jose Aldo loves to be, like, he's on the feet. Ricky Simone, feet. Damon Blackshear, feet. Like, this dude is just gonna, I feel like this dude is just gonna, crawl on him like a backpack and just end it. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling I'm getting from this. And then, okay, next one, Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. Yeah, I'm picking Joe Pyfer for this for the specific reason that he was able to go all the way with Jack Hermanson, and I was worried in that fight because I remember picking Jack Hermanson, like I was betting on that fight, and I picked Jack Hermanson. And the reason Jack Hermanson won is literally just because he like out-gas tanked him, and I don't think Kelvin Gastelum has got it in him, you know. And if anything, like I think he can just keep his distance. This, honestly, to me, I feel like it's going to be a decision. Maybe it'll be a KO. I don't know. When was the last time? Kelvin Gastelum has never lost by KO. So I feel like this is going to be a decision. Decision win for Joe Pyfer. Bautista the GOAT. No, he's solid. He's solid. I'm not even, like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that I feel like this is going to be a different kind of fight for him. You know. Also, he lost to Corey Sandhagen 2019 with an armbar. I guess he just hasn't really fought, like, grappling dominant fighters recently. I don't know about these, like, these three from 2022 to 2023, but, like, the last three that I'm familiar with, those guys fight on the feet. Both dudes look good. Kelvin Gastelum did look chunkier than I remember, to be honest, also. Like, I thought he was starting to look... He looked a little bit more fit in his last fight, but, like, he's kind of looking a little chunky. Kelvin made weight. He's locked in. True. That's why I think this is going to be a decision. I don't think he's going to go out. Hey, it's been a while. No country for old cream pies. I don't remember your username. Maybe that's because it's been a while. Hopefully, Joe, you know who I voted for, Pyfer, loses to Kelvin. It would be the most funniest shit ever. Honestly, it would be a humbling moment for him. That's the only thing, too. The only thing, too, that is sus about him is that he has this ego. And I really don't like picking dudes with ego. Because it blinds them. Ego blinds you in ways you do not understand. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't pick on that fight. I just wouldn't pick that fight. There's so many better fights on this card to pick. Like, so many more parlays you could put together. Like, why would you pick that? Why would you pick this one? Just stay away from that one. Can lack of ego blind you? Yes. Also. Depending on the circumstance. Depending on the situation. You need ego to not be naive. So in that sense, it can blind you. I think. It would hurt Joe Bubbleguts Pyfer's ego so much if he lost to Kelvin with how much crap he talks. Yeah, true. It would definitely be like a very like bitter loss for him. Pyfer's going to be landing heavy shots on Kelvin's chin, and Kelvin's going to be eating them like tacos while trudging forward. Yeah, but the thing is, I think this is going to go all the way, and I just don't think that Kelvin has the gas tank on him. And we know Joe Pyfer can handle a guy with a gas tank. He almost won against Jack fucking Hermanson. If not for the gas tank. You know what I mean? You said that about Bilal's ego. What did I say about Bilal's ego? That it's blinding? Because it is. Like, especially, it was definitely evident in the last fight when he just assumed that he could just stand and bang with JDM. Oh, yeah, he's improved so much. Look at me. I'm king shit. And he just went in there and made a fool of himself when he didn't have to. He could have just stuck with what he knew instead of trying to prove to people that, I'm better. Like, okay, cool, dude. So that's the thing about ego. I can imagine Pyfer being exhausted. Kelvin definitely has a gas tank. This is interesting because I know Kelvin does go all the way. Like he goes all the way a lot. But I don't think it's gonna be the same kind of output because Jack Hermanson. The thing was with Jack Hermanson is like he had the fucking gas tank. Like this guy literally does like ice baths and like Wim Hof breathing method. And he's also like pretty high output. Whereas, like, even if Kelvin Gastelum does have a gas tank, his output's not that high, and I think it's going to be manageable. Do you know what I'm saying? Bilal was arrogant. The entire Doggy camp are arrogant, except maybe Islam. He seems more chill. Yeah, arrogance is usually never, like, a positive thing for anyone involved. Didn't Pyfer get fraud checked? By who? Jack Hermanson? No, because that was like, dude, he was almost winning. Like, it wasn't even a bad loss. I remember that fight very clearly. Because it was getting to the point, like, towards the end of the fight, because I put money on that fight. I put it on Jack Hermanson, and I was like, like, this guy, like, this Joe Pyfer dude's actually doing better than I expected. And, yeah. Anyways. Doze off, I'm back. Welcome back to Bob. Wim Hof, let's go. I mean, I don't know if Joe Pyfer is doing Wim Hof techniques, but Jack Hermanson definitely is. Let me quickly watch back Kelvin's last fight. Real quick, just skip through it. It was with Daniel Rodriguez. I remember picking. Who did I picked D-Rod for this fight. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm pick. What were the odds too? One sec. Oh, Kelvin was a -200 favorite anyways, and D-Rod was +165. Okay, that makes sense. There wasn't even like a... Okay, but look how sloppy D-Rod is. Like, this isn't... Like, Joe Pyfer isn't gonna be like this. Same thing with Kelvin. Like, I think actually that's why he won the fight, is because it was like... It was like fighting on familiar territory. And also the pace of this... Look how slow the pace is. Like, neither of these dudes are really going for it. Okay, let's skip through a little bit. I actually remember being, like, frustrated with this fight. Being like, wait, why is Daniel Rodriguez, like, not fighting? Like, I feel like a big reason why he lost, too, is just because he like, didn't fight when he was supposed to. Yeah, Joe Pyfer's not gonna fight like this. Okay, so I'm finalizing my pick. I'm picking Joe Pyfer. I actually feel better about that now. I feel better about the Joe Pyfer pick. Yeah, and now let's get to the last two. Wait, let me catch up with the comments. Joe Pyfer with hair, mythical new fighter. Yeah, with the hair transplant. I got Spivak, Luque, and O'Malley parlayed as dogs. I like Spivak. Oh, is Spivak an underdog? I guess I could see that. Luke as well, yeah. I'll update you. I'll update you on the O'Malley Marab situation too. In a moment. Let's first discuss the Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. So I have a lot of thoughts on this. First of all, Kayla Harrison has prepared herself the most for this fight. Like, she looks absolutely jacked. Like, she looked a little bit deflated in her last one, but she looks super ready to go. Another thing she was saying in the embedded series and all that was just that, like, this is gonna come down to which girl is gonna outfight the other one. And I also I like fully agree with what Kayla was saying about herself, that no one's gonna outfight her. Like, you can tell Kayla's been through some shit in her life, and she worked fucking hard to get there, and she had like an ego death or whatever you want to call it. Like, you could tell that she has removed her ego from herself, and she's literally just bringing her abilities to the table, and she's gonna fucking fight till the death. Like, I fully trust in her ability to do that. That's why I'm gonna pick her, whereas Juliana Pena does seem to be clouded by ego a little bit, and like, you could tell she hasn't quite had the same kind of pain experiences in her life. I don't know what Kayla went through, but you can kind of see it on her, you know, on her, how she presents herself. Also, yeah, she's a fucking 2-time judo Olympic finalist. You know what I mean? Judo is no joke. And that's another thing I don't think Juliana Pena has faced. Another thing is, like, the fact that she went to a split decision with Raquel Pennington. Like, I feel like if Kayla Harrison fought Raquel Pennington, that would be a finish. Lost against Amanda Nunes, won against Amanda Nunes. I'm just not, like, seeing both of them side by side, there's no, like, fiber in my body that screams at me, like, you know what, maybe let's pick Juliana Pena. Like, for a second, I entertained the thought. I did for a second. And then the more I started thinking about it, the more it became clear that, like, no. She looks like Jessie on Fire. She kind of does. Kayla's a badass. Juliana's not. That's the thing, too. That's what I'm saying. Is, like, Juliana's a little bit, like, she's giving me, like, mild delusional vibes. I just don't think she understands what's going to happen in there. Like, I don't think she understands that Kayla's not even bringing herself. She's bringing, like, the force. Do you see what I'm saying? Whereas, like, Juliana's showing up in these, like, leopard print, whatever that print was, jaguar or leopard, I don't know, dresses with her sunglasses, looking like she just, like, you know, looking like she's, like, part of the cartel or something. Anyways, I just think that it makes no sense to pick Juliana Pena. I don't think it does. And the odds makers will agree with me, because what are the odds on that right now? Oh, Juliana's plus 525, Kayla is minus 750. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Muhammad, thank you for the 10 AED. Thank you. Let me get my bowl. Should I do a loud one or a medium one or a quiet one? I'll let you answer that, Mohammed. I don't see any problem where any position where Pena wins unless Kayla ends up extremely gassed out. Yeah, which is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Have you seen this lady? She's not gassing out. No. And she's going to go all the way. She's not even going to feel the exhaustion. I promise you. Loud? Okay. I tried to hit that pretty loud. I think it's a good amount of loudness, actually. Smoke a bowl loud? No, I'm good. I prefer not to smoke weed. I actually prefer not to put anything in my lungs. I don't think my lungs, like, enjoy anything being put inside of them, except for maybe, like, hot steam at the, at the bathhouse. At the sauna. I'd pick Pena, but fighting doesn't strike twice. Oh, but lightning doesn't strike twice in the same spot, sadly. Yeah, I just think, like, just visually, look at the situation. Like, just look at both of them. Look at both of their mentalities. We've seen 5 episodes of UFC Embedded. We've observed both of their mindsets. Like, I understand that Juliana's, like, you know, really mixing her ego in here because she has to. That's all she has. Whereas Kayla's like, dude, this is, like, bigger than me. This isn't even a part of me. This is literally just, like, me and my abilities. She's been fucking doing judo since she was 6 years old. Let me tell you something. You don't want to fuck with a kid that's been doing judo since they were 6 years old. Twice a day. That's what she said. You guys know she's been doing it twice a day, just, like, nonstop. I am not picking against that woman. Meanwhile, like, Juliana Pena seems like she got her head all over the place. Like, she's managing her kids. It doesn't seem to be, like, a chill situation. Judo is S tier. It 100% is. Dude, if I have kids, I'm putting them into judo for at least a few years. I feel like it's necessary. I feel like it is. Dude, nobody ever fucked with my brother when he did judo. And if they tried, he just, like, fucking showed them very quickly why they shouldn't fuck with him. Very quickly. It's just one of those, like, oh. And it's one of those, like, oh moments, like, oh. No, oh, you look like you're kind of skinny, but your bones are fucking dense. You know what I mean? Anyways, I feel like that's also maybe why Kayla's, like, so, like, robust, is because she's just been doing judo her whole life, you know what I mean? And her skeleton kind of developed around all of that intensity. Maybe. You know? Okay, so now we have one last fight to discuss. No, Fairy, you will put your kids in Sambo. I mean, I'll put them in both. My brother did judo Sambo. Okay. Merab. Merab has never been knocked out, by the way. Do you guys know that? He's lost by decision one time. Do you guys really think that, like, fucking O'Malley is going to be the one to do it right now? You guys think that O'Malley will be the first guy to knock Merab out? There's something about Merab in the octagon. It's like, he's always focused. He never lets his eyes, like, shift or drift. Now, even if he does get hit, it's, like, not that bad. And he's, like, prepared already. And it's like he's made of fucking stone. Like, this dude is dense. Like, it's hard. It's even if O'Malley is gonna do better, like, is he gonna be able to deal with that pressure? What's he gonna do? He's gonna have to move forward a whole bunch, and I just like don't see that happening for him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just don't see that happening for him. Like, and even when he did hit Merab, it wasn't like that hard. And Merab is so mobile, and he's got a fucking incredible gas tank. Like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. It's just two different energies, and I just don't think that... I just don't think it's gonna happen as much as... I mean, maybe. Maybe he actually did train to such an extent that, like, he can totally just, like, stand in there with Merab for 5 rounds. Or less. I don't know, however long it will take for him to, like, get a KO. Because that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's like, oh, O'Malley can get a KO. First of all, I wouldn't bet on this fight. I just don't like betting on main events. It's too stressful, and it takes the fun out of it, I feel. Unless it's Dricus Duplessis fighting. For some reason, it's fun to bet then. But, overall, yeah. I started at 9. Never got my BB, though. Oh. Yeah, I think my brother started at, like, 6 also. But 9 is also, like, yeah. Nine is a good age to start any of that as well. You're still like your child body is so malleable and resistant at that point. If anyone knocks Merab, it's Sean. Okay, so let's see who has Merab fought. Piotr Jan, Jose Aldo, Henry Cejudo. The thing is all I'm saying is like Merab has eaten shots from these kickboxers before. Okay? Like, I just think he's got a really good chin. You think O'Malley's gonna crack it? O'Malley hasn't had a fight since then, has he? Oh yeah, no. Merab was the last fight. That was in September, so the whole time he's just been prepared, because they basically announced this fight immediately, the rematch after that one. So, what is your strategy in a self-defense situation? I mean, it depends on what the self-defense situation is, but if it's a situation where I can run, I would run. Because I'm really fast. Especially when I have adrenaline. Like, I just end up, like, just, like, slicing through the air. Honestly. But if it was a situation where I couldn't run, I have learned, like, a few BJJ moves. And I feel like most people don't know BJJ. So I could probably, like, shrimp myself out and like maybe break an arm or choke a guy out. I don't know. I don't ever want to be in this situation. Kick between the legs, best BJJ move. I could also do that. If it was like, if I was positioned correctly. It depends on the situation. Sometimes you find yourself in a, yeah, sometimes you find yourself in a fucking situation where someone is literally on top of you. Any judo fans need to be Chepe fans. Chepe is dope. I love Chepe Mariscal. He's actually one of my favorite fighters. I really want to bet big on Juliana Pena to beat Kayla Harrison. Why would you do that? Like, her chances are so slim. And Kayla Harrison looks better than she's ever looked for this fight. Marlon Moraes almost knocked him out. Oh, Merab. Run, find something pointy, shout for help, sneaky triangle choke, maybe. Yeah, I also, like, if I'm in a situation, if I'm in an area that I feel is sketchy, I usually, like, carry my, keys with me, and there's 2 of them, and I just, like, hold them, like, they're on a keyhole? What is it called? A keyhole? They're on a keyhole, and I just hold 2 of them between my fingers, so I could just, like, theoretically stab someone in the eye. That's what my Russian friend's mom taught me to do when I was like 10 years old. So sometimes it'd be like that. Do you think Sean will improve his wrestling? I feel like even if he does, like, the dude just looks fucking weak. Like, it looks like he's not like his joints are weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think even if he has learned better, like, more moves, he does look like he has, by the way. His build for this fight looks significantly better than the last one. I will say that. And let me just check it one more time, actually. Seeing them stand next to each other. Yeah, he looks better. He does. But not by a lot. Not by a lot. You can tell he's been training, yeah. But O'Malley is bird-boned, unfortunately, yes. And I feel like that's, like, something you can't change with training, you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Merab is, like, fucking made of steel. That's the problem. If Pyfer doesn't fight, she shanks you. Well, it depends on the situation, but yeah. Thankfully, I've never been in a situation where I had to shank somebody, but I'm fully immersed in degeneracy and bidding $30 on Patchy and Pyfer to win. What do you think? I think that's not a bad little parlay. I feel like the ones I would do, like, I prefer, if I'm doing it, I prefer doing, like, a couple smaller ones with, like, you know, bigger underdogs. Like, I would put Yanala Schmooze on a parlay. I would. I will, actually. I would and I will. And then... Oh, who's the first one? Markel Medeiros seems pretty safe to me as well. Like, Markel Medeiros, usually the first, most of the time, the first fight on the card turns out kind of how you expect. So, anyways, Markel Medeiros, the other dude just, like, really doesn't look like he's going to win, to be honest, at all. Yanala Schmooze. Joshua Van, Azamat Murzakanov. Might as well put Vicente Luque on there, to be honest, but maybe not. That gets too dangerous. It depends. These are my favorite ones. Patchy Mix is good. Kayla Harrison is solid. O'Malley is locked in. Is he though? How is he locked in? It's just, here's the thing, guys. No matter how locked in Sean O'Malley is, which I believe he's probably more locked in than he was last time. Now that he's like, oh shit, like, you know, I totally underestimated my skill set back then. It's not even a matter of that. It's just like, is O'Malley going to know? Is he going to stay off the back foot, or what's gonna happen with that? One sec. Let me plug my camera in because it's low on charge right now. Okay, that should be good. I'm picking O'Malley, but I think he'll lose. I know what you mean, because it definitely is like, it's a situation where you feel like, oh, maybe I will give O'Malley a second chance, and especially because people have now been talking about it and hyping him up, and even the UFC is featuring him on the thumbnails. But, you know, I think Kayla's 3D delts will cause her to gas after the fourth. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. And I think it's gonna be tough for Juliana as well to deal with that kind of like pressure. And also, I've seen Kayla. She I don't think she's gonna allow her exhaustion to actually affect her. If she will be exhausted, I don't think that's gonna happen. O'Malley has permanent loser mindset. Interesting. How do you mean by that? He realized too late that raw talent only takes you too far. This is perfectly said, Caravaggio. This is what I mean. Like, it's one thing to be talented, but you also have to, like, nurture that talent. Otherwise, it's the same thing with me with my art. It's like, I always had a talent for it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but you actually have to do it. Otherwise, like, you're not gonna stay. It's my friend said it to me. He was like, yeah, right now, like, you're a really talented girl, and that's amazing. But, you know, if you don't choose a path, then you're just gonna be a talented girl and nothing to, like, you know, really show for it. So that's kind of the situation with Sean that I'm feeling too. It's just like, yeah, I'm sure, You know, I'm sure he climbed to where he needed to be because he was actually really good, but now he's at the top and he's fighting these other dudes that are fucking monsters. So, yeah. Giuliano, thank you for the 5. Run through your picks real quick so I can tell you, our disagreements. I'm up 2-1 against you the last 3 cards, and Luque is definitely getting blacked up. Are you up? Are you up? Maybe by a little bit. I know you got that Vieira pick wrong, but maybe you did better overall on that card. Okay, so I'll go through them really quickly again. Wait, let me just ding the bowl before I forget. Okay, so Medeiros, Ashmuz, Markel Medeiros, Yanal Ashmuz, Ju Sang Yu, Kong Wang, Andreas Gustafsson, Sergei Spivak, Azamat Murzakanov, Joshua Van, Vicente Luque, Patchy Mix, Joe Pyfer, Kayla Harrison, and Marab. Tuxedo Mask, thank you for the $2. Also, you don't choose a path, the path chooses you. I guess to an extent, but I feel like sometimes you have so many paths. Like you're standing at the crossroads and there's like 12 different paths. And you're like, wait, I can take any single one of these, but I just don't know which one to take. And which one resonates with me more. Is just like, it's so many decisions, you know, and it's difficult to figure that out sometimes. So yeah. Oh wait, we're 2-2. Thank you for the 2, Giuliano. 2-2-2. Yeah, that seems more accurate. I haven't been keeping track, but I guess this one will be the decider. Then we'll know who the ultimate UFC predictor is. One thing I can say though is I've never been on the I've never been on the most unprofitable picks on UFC Prediction Trackers channel. So, whereas I've seen Guru on that list a few times, and a lot of other people. Rubber match tomorrow? Rubber match? Smoking weed is a form of Shiva worship? Interesting. When I was in India, I did stumble across a lot of hashish. So maybe it is. Maybe it is Tuxedo Mask. I'm not sure. I will say I do prefer hash over like just regular weed. It's like, for some reason, like a clearer experience. Overall, just feels more legit. Like more balanced also. Who needs Guru when we have the Fight Fairy? Well, thank you, J. Romes. I guess different channels for different moments and different reasons and different situations. I smoked hash in Varanasi on the Ganges. I felt very spiritual. Oh shit! I was in Varanasi too. Did you go to the Kumbh Mela? That's why I was there. Fairy, thoughts on moving up? Thank you for the 10 AED, Muhammad. Islam is moving up? I did not hear this news. Hold on, let me quickly search this. You pronounced all them names right? Lol, right. Which names? Islam, the UFC is moving up to the welterweight division, vacating his lightweight title. When was this announced? See, this is why I need to be on Twitter more. Because I didn't even know this was happening. Oh, so his tweet. This Saturday's This Saturday's main event will define what my next move is. But regardless of outcome, of that fight. I'm not going to vacate my lightweight title. We might get a real contender there. Oh wait, he's not vacating. This was 28 days ago though. He isn't vacating. I don't think I was gonna say, like, that seems strange. I don't think he's vacating. I love the aroma of a good hashish. Yeah, it is good. It is good. Yo Ferry, off topic, but tomorrow the top Spanish MMA has 4 title fights. Literally 4 5-rounders back to back. While not the highest level, it should be quite entertaining. Some guys might be at DWCS soon. Spanish MMA. When is that even happening? Tomorrow, I don't know about that, because tomorrow is a dedicated UFC 316 day. It's tough. It's tough when it's not a fight night card. We went to see the Burning Guts. Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw those too. Did you see the goats, little goats they have there eating the remains of the unburnt dead? Of the unburnt dead people, the goats just coming along and just nibbling on their remains. That was quite a sight. Tuxedo Mask, thank you for the 2. Thoughts on Kali Yuga? I don't know. Kali Yuga. Who is that? Oh. Tuxedo, you seem to know a lot about Hinduism. In Hinduism, Kali Yuga is the 4th and current age in the cycle of yugas, also known as the Age of Darkness, or Dark Age. It's characterized by a decline in morality, dharma, and spiritual awareness. Interesting. With focus on material desires and worldly attachments, Kali Yuga is believed to be a time of conflict, suffering, and spiritual decline, but also a period of opportunity for spiritual growth and seeking knowledge of the divine. So when is this period? Kali Yuga. Okay. Oh, so it's the present age. Oh, okay, so it's gonna last a long time. Wow. That actually makes a lot of sense because, like, when I was in yoga, we had some lessons from, like, Ayurvedic teachers and just generally everybody there who, like, has insight into Hinduism. And they all say that, like, the Vedic period in India was just, like, peak humanity, you know? And unfortunately, a lot of that information has been destroyed, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of knowledge there that still exists, and I haven't even fully explored everything there, but, like, yeah. It seemed that, like, that was, like, the best time to be alive. Like, it was great for women, it was great for men, like, it was just wholesome, and, like, it just probably felt amazing to be alive from everything that I know. Anyways, interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna last 432,000 years, so good luck to us humans. This was announced like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I know. I like, sometimes I don't see all the news. I don't really, like, use my phone like that. One of my favorite yoga poses, I like Trikonasana. I also like Supta Vajrasana, and those are my 2 favorite ones. Kali Yuga is a Nazi dog whistle, by the way. Oh. Giuliano, thank you for the 10. Okay, this is perfect. We have 3 disagreements. I say Sal Killed beats Eshmuz, Chaos beats Gustafsson, and Holland Styles on Luque. $5 in solidarity bet. Catch me up 3-2 in the Gio versus KK Invitational. Okay. We shall see tomorrow, Giuliano. We shall see. But yeah, those are all the tricky ones on the card. Although I do feel pretty good about Eshmuz, not gonna lie. What time will I be live tomorrow? Is that what you're asking me? The Vedic period was so advanced. It really was. It really was. I want to read more about the Vedic period. This is reminding me because, like, I didn't learn as much as I wanted to because there's just so much information. Like, you know, but But like the Vedic period seemed like it was like peak humanity, and something happened afterwards. Something definitely happened afterwards, and the world just shifted towards this like sadder, no, I don't want to say sadder, but like lower vibrational existence. Very similar to what the ancient Greeks spoke about with the Golden Age, the Silver Age, and the Bronze Age. Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. It would be amazing if we were able to preserve more like information from back then, and you know, if we actually knew what it was like to be alive, because we just have like these fragments of information. Very, you missed my super chat. Oh, did I? Oh, never mind. No, I think I got it. Oh yeah, thoughts on Islam moving up. Yeah, he's not moving up from what I saw on the internet. He's not moving up. There was people were saying he was, but he's not. I feel like if he was moving up, I would have not missed that news. So it's probably just like a little bit of a rumor, I guess. We need to save Failure from the polytheism of Hinduism. Why? I'm never like, I love exploring new ideas and new beliefs. It's always beneficial to have more insight into like the structure of concepts that people create, so you can understand how they came to be. Don't you think so? In general, it's helpful to know. I'm a big fan of ancient advanced civilization theory. You seem like you know quite a few things, Tuxedo Mask, and good for you. That's a good hobby to have, to explore advanced civilization theory. Oh, Tuxedo, you're part of the Discord. You can talk about it there. I'd be interested to learn about these things, discuss these things. I just realized like I always have, just by default YouTube sets the chat to top chat, and I always I have to manually set it to live, and it's so annoying because I forget all the time. You ever met a UFC fighter? I have not, no. But a friend of mine has met Henry Cejudo, so that's the closest the closest I've come, I guess, in relation to a UFC fighter. Ancient Egypt has a super cool pantheon of gods. Yeah, the thing is about the Vedic period as well is I think it was so good because it seems to me, based off of everything that we know, is that there were gods that lived here, or whatever you want to call them, like other beings, special beings, that kind of like contributed to like the magical aura of this place, and it seems that they just left. Like, it seems that they just abandoned this mission, you know what I mean, and left us here. That is kind of the vibe that I got from everywhere that I've been to. By the way, fun fact, I was in Puebla, Mexico. I went to the biggest pyramid in the world, actually. It's in Puebla, Mexico. It's not fully uncovered because there's a fucking Catholic church on top of it, and like, oh no, now they can't excavate it. There's a Catholic church on top of it. That goes against all the religious crap that they instill over there. Anyways, and I just remember like we got these mushrooms, and I was like, this would be a good time to like microdose. Yeah, there's an ice cream truck coming by. This would be a good time to like microdose some mushrooms. And I did. I microdosed them with my friend, and I literally like went to this fucking pyramid, which was closed off, by the way, but we snuck in somehow like savages, and like literally just hung out inside the pyramid, the parts that were exposed. And like I just started to have this realization that like if you could feel the energy, like you can definitely, like, you can't even tell me that like, oh no, like you're tripping. No. You can feel that there was a different kind of energy that created this structure that no longer exists in the world that we live in today. this energy, whatever like energy that created this, that's still there, by the way. Like, energy gets trapped in objects and places. It does. You'll know this if you've ever shopped at a fucking thrift store and like walked through like the China aisle. You'll be like, oh, you can feel like who owned each one of these plates and things and books and whatever. So same thing with the pyramid, is like you can kind of tell that something bigger than us built that, and the world used to be different, and it almost feels like we were like the peasants of the world, and if that, for lack of a better like term, but like, yeah, and that energy, whatever that was, just kind of left, you know. So I went to Stonehenge for summer solstice once, full of piss tramp hippies. Yeah, summer festivals be like that, though, musical. I've never been. I actually don't really go to music festivals in general, because you find like the same kind of people there doing the same kind of drugs. The fuck is ice cream music? Oh, it's because my my window is open and I'm on the first floor, and apparently ice cream trucks drive by at 9 p.m. On a Friday, though, so it makes sense. Some people do want ice cream. But don't you feel something similar when you hear an orchestra play? What do you mean? With the energy? It's a different situation. It's a different kind of... Like, that's just more frequencies, I feel. But people are able to, like, manipulate the frequencies based on their skill level. So that's what translates the emotion. But this is a whole different situation. This is just like, oh, I can feel the energy that used to exist here. I can't tell what it is. And it's not even like the biased idea. You know, like how we picture pyramids in geography books. And it's not even like that. Like when I was there, it wasn't even that kind of like, oh, like this used to be like, no, this used to be like a lush place full of life, and whatever was here before was way cooler than whatever we have now. I just feel like, I think the reason why like so many humans feel purposeless all the time is because like I think we are purposeless. I think perhaps there was a better, like a greater purpose before at some point, and now we just no longer have access to that, so we have to like make our own we have to make our lives feel like they have some purpose by doing whatever kind of work that we do. Anyhow, shit we build is pretty cool too. It is cool, of course. It is cool, but it's not honestly, like, it just doesn't have that like meaningful energy to it. I don't know how to describe. But maybe I'm totally tripping. I have no idea. Like, I feel like we could be wiped out in like 200 years, and then like this whole shit resets, and then people will be like, that civilization was also like weird. They probably had no accent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Things are different. I definitely feel like whatever technology we use now, like, imagine this. There was a different type of technology that has nothing to do with screens. We probably can't imagine it because it's like out of our realm of creative imagination, but like there was probably some sort of technology that existed back then that we can't even comprehend. I mean, we could barely comprehend a fucking like touchscreen iPhone. Imagine showing this to somebody like 50 years ago. They'd be like, what is this device? You can touch it and oh my god, you know what I mean? So like I don't know what the technology was, but you can feel that there was something there that obviously no longer exists. Anyways, guys, enough about that rant. You might like the film The Man from Earth. It's a uni professor telling his colleagues he's one of the first humans. Has seen the whole human history, befriended historical and is lives Loki. Man from Earth. Okay, I'll save that. Hold on, let me open my note real quick. Man from Earth. Oh, Pablo, definitely also, guys, drop all of your members. So all my members, if you have anything interesting that you think I would like, that you think that I would like, there's a suggestions channel in the server. Do drop your suggestions there. I am excited to look through them. What about Nina Drama? What about Nina Drama? What about Nina Drama? My mom is calling me. What a weird time to get a call. Maybe not such a weird time. I don't know. Historical figures and lives, low-key. Oh. Butchered the message story. Oh, okay. 50 years ago was 1975. Wild to think about. Yeah, and can you imagine, like, remember how different that was? Overall? Like, I just feel like the possibilities of this universe really are maybe not endless, but like uncomprehendable to like the boxes that our brains have learned to exist in. So it's hard for us to kind of imagine a different situation. Anyways, there's a lot we don't understand about how our brains work. When we figure it out, I think a lot of this supernatural alien abduction type stuff will make more sense. True. Yeah. I mean, our brains and everything else. I almost wonder if, like... Actually, I'm not even going to get into this. This is a whole other, like... situation. A lot of people like to believe that we're living inside of a living... Like, the universe is a living being. But is it a living being? Or is it, like, a brain? Because this is also an... Anyways, that's a whole other thought that like... I'm actually not going to start the unwinding right now. The universe is consciousness. This is true. The universe is consciousness. Yes. So, it's... Well, that's what I mean with the brain, is like, the brain, I feel like it just... Anyways, I'm actually not going to get into this because too many thoughts are coming into my head and I'm not going to be able to explain them well, and then it's just going to be, yeah, anyways. No disrespect, but this whole rant has strong I'm 16 and this is deep vibe to it. Well, that's actually why I'm not going into any of these specific, ideas too much, is because right now I'm just thinking about things and I'm not actually elaborating on anything, which is why it probably sounds like that. But everything I'm saying does have like a base, because I spent a lot of time around knowledgeable people and I've traveled to very obscure places in the world, which is why I'm telling you this, not because I'm like, oh, by the way, I watched a documentary and anyways, it's hard to formulate this stuff on the fly exactly, and I'm also so bad at like putting my thoughts into words, so that's why I'm not even gonna bother right now. Maybe some other time if I think about it more and like figure out how to phrase my thoughts properly. We are the imagination of Brahma. Interesting. The imagination of Brahma. So like what is it called? Dang, what's that word? It starts with a P. Like, not real, you mean, basically? You don't have to answer, but are you rich because you always seem to be traveling? No, I'm not rich. I just have had a very interesting life. Money is coming in on Sean Audrey getting closer. Yeah, because I think all of the YouTube videos and all of that, lots of talk about Sean actually making it this time around. I think the geometric regularity and unnatural symmetry of DMT hyperspace is explained by the Numenta 1,000 brains theory. Numenta 1,000 brains theory. Interesting. I haven't heard about that one. Numenta 1,000 brains theory. I will search afterwards. From UFC to Advaita Vedanta knowledge seems a good turn. I love that you guys also have like previous knowledge about this as well. A lot of people don't know about that whole system of things. Giuliano, thank you for the $5. Like I said, when your thoughts are overwhelming and you're gonna stream anyway, vertical. Oh, okay. I guess so. But at the same time, when I vertical stream, it's all, like I don't know. I actually feel like we're at the point of the stream where I can't form any thoughts. But here, let me hit the bowl for you. And I just have, like, we started talking about too many things, and then, like, there's too many topics in my mind, and I'm kind of, like, thinking about all of them at the same exact time. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, I can't focus on any new thought because I'm like, oh, that other one that I didn't finish exploring. Anyways. I want to go abroad one day, for real. You definitely should. It's been the most, important, like, part of my growth as a human being. Honestly. And very freeing too, by the way. Extremely liberating when you travel, because you start to figure out, at least to some extent, how the world might work for you. You know, maybe not how the world works, but how it might work for you, if that makes sense. Humble brag, haha, love it. Oh, humble brag. I don't remember what I said. She was a part of James Krause Gamba Ring. Don't let her fool you. Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill Stephen Hawking, Marie Antoinette, Steven Seagal. No, dude. No. The ancient Egyptians did not have binary white-black concepts like in the modern West. For example, Queen Hashemput visited Somalia, land of Punt, and drew the Egyptians and Somalia the same. Or Egyptians and Somalis the same. Interesting. In general, actually, black and white concepts aren't, what's the word? Beneficial in general anytime. Like, it's always better to realize that, like, most of the time there's like a million concepts, and you're just seeing like the two extreme sides. Like, there's one extreme side and another extreme side, and between those extremes there's the middle. I'm very schizophrenic. Interesting. Oh, Marco. I'm fascinated by schizophrenic people. Yeah. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that. Why a bowl and not a gong? I don't know. Because this is quite compact, and I can travel with it, and because I really liked it when I saw it. It, like, really called to me. I saw a lot of bowls in India, and this one just spoke to me, and I was like, okay, it's a bit expensive, but also less expensive than it would be in the West. So I'm just gonna buy it. And it's just been like my favorite thing. Sometimes you get a bowl and it really speaks to you. That's why if you're gonna get a bowl, it's actually better to get one in person, not order one offline. But I know that's maybe not like the most accessible thing to. They're sold in India. I don't know where else they might be sold. Maybe they could be sold. Maybe they could be sold at a store near you. I don't know. Maybe you have like an Indian market that imports them somehow. It's possible. You've been to Europe? Technically, not really. I've been to like Berlin, which isn't technically like, it's just a very small pocket, and I've been to Iceland, which is also like technically not Europe, very like a bubble. You're saying black and white concepts lack color? They lack like a lot of perspective, so yes. I guess. Yeah. What's written on the bowl? I am not sure. I think it's like Sanskrit. Here, I'll show you. Sanskrit, and that seems to be an Om, but like an interesting rendition of one. I'm actually not able to like recognize the I'm pretty sure it's Sanskrit. I feel like it would be Sanskrit. Not like any other of the languages. And then the inside just looks like that. It's hard to see with the light. Oh, there we go. I thought those bowls were Tibetan. They are. But, so here's the situation. Tibet no longer exists because China said, fuck you. And so a lot of the Tibetans live in, India and Nepal, right? So, okay, where I was staying in India is kind of like on the border-ish in the Himalayan mountains. A lot of the Tibetan community went there. This is actually specific. I got this bowl in that community. Half of the people there were Tibetans. I also got another thing, like I got a Tibetan mala from there as well. Yeah. Aren't you scared to travel alone being a hot chick? You kind of learn to just stand your ground and be assertive and people don't bother you. The thing is about India too is like the men there are extremely insistent, but you have to like, but they're not, I mean, depending on where you are. The places where I was staying, like, if you just tell them to, like, fuck off in an assertive tone, then they just will. You know what I mean? Like, if you talk to them like this, they will. Also, like, something happened to me when I was in India, like, the first day I came there. I landed through Delhi, and I needed to get a car, because I needed to stay in Delhi for one night before my flight the next day to the mountains. And like my phone wasn't working, so I just got a cab, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I was like, hey, I showed him the address, and I was like, this is where I need to go, and he was like, okay. And so he starts driving, and I start realizing, like, because I have the map saved on my phone, but I don't have like service, and I'm like, wait, you're like, this isn't where we're, like, he stops like at this other hotel, and I'm like, this isn't where I'm supposed to go. And he's like, yeah, just one second. We just want to like here, this is a hotel you could stay at. And I'm just like, the fuck, you're bringing me to some fucking hotel that you want me to stay at. Anyway, so I snapped at him, and I remember being in pain. Like I was something was happening to me. By the way, like I was not feeling good. I think I had like a kidney infection, and so I'm sitting in the back of this car, and I'm just like, this man is just there, and I'm just like, sir, I have a fucking kidney infection. I didn't say it I don't think I swore at him, but I was like, I have a kidney infection and I need to go now. Like, please take me to my hotel or I will get another car. And he's like, sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And he just drives me to the place that I was supposed to go to in the first place. And I give him his 500 rupee, and I'm like, thank you. Don't do that again. It's not fucking nice. That's not fucking cool. Anyways, if you yell at them a little bit, like, if you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know, maybe, like, you can't talk to them like that. If you talk to them like that, then they're just gonna, like, fucking take you wherever. But if you just like quickly turn into like an angry Russian, then they're gonna be like, oh, okay. Okay, this one's not fucking around. Anyways, did you say Russian and Sanskrit share similarities? Yeah, they do. I learned this too because, like, when we're doing yoga, sometimes the teachers will count in Sanskrit, and like the numbers are ekam, dvoje, treini, chetvari, pancha, and the numbers in Russian are один, два, три, четыре, пять. And it's like, of course it's not the same, but it's like similar enough to where you're like, oh, interesting. And same thing with like a lot of other words. I can't remember all of them now, but like a lot of the times when my teacher would share like valuable Sanskrit words with us, I'd be like, this is like, I feel like I'm having an easier time understanding this concept because I know Russian. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you don't know a related language, like Russian is related to Sanskrit in many ways. In some ways. I know in many ways. But, yeah. Sanskrit, Russian, English, Spanish, Latin, Hindi, and many other languages are all Indo-European. Yeah. Yeah, so. And of course, like, depending on where you are in the world, right? Like, certain languages, like, completely branched off and, like, went in a different direction. Russian or Cyrillic in general, I don't know. I think maybe just Russian. I mean, the letter, like, yeah, just Russian, I think. Mother and father in Sanskrit are mater and pater, I believe. I mean, that's, yeah. I feel like mother and father is similar in many languages. Anyways, will you be active on Discord Fairy after the stream? I probably will, but I feel like I do need to get off. I feel like I've been talking too much and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. Thank you guys for stopping by. How long have I been on here for, by the way? It's like a while. Funny, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be a short one. 2.5 hours later. 2.5 hours later. How'd that even happen? Oh, because we started discussing all the pics, and then, of course, it always ends up with something spiritual. I guess that's inevitable when you have a singing bowl. When you have a singing bowl, someone's bound to ask something about it, which leads into these kinds of conversations. But yes, also all of you guys who are going to be on the Discord, link your YouTube channels to your Discord channel, to your Discord account. Otherwise, you won't have access to the server. So, yeah. See if I ever see musical. See all of you guys. Tuxedo, Muhammad. All the regs, Coin. Giuliano. Peace K, get that $5 ready for tomorrow. We will see, Giuliano. We will see. We will see. We will see. I do have a good feeling about... I will say, though, like right now, I feel good about Yunala Schmooze. I'm putting some money on Yunala Schmooze. Anyways, thank you for the 2, Giuliano. One last ding. Maybe a few more, actually, since it's the end of the stream. See you tomorrow. Aye. Yes. Tomorrow should be a good day. What time is the card starting, by the way? 6 p.m. for me. Okay. Or the early prelims are starting at 6 p.m. $9 a.m. for you. Oh my god. Very appreciate you. Thank you, Sean. Kayla folds her in 2. Let's go. Yeah. I feel like we're gonna see some punishment from Kayla. Not even that she like wants to do that, but I think that's just gonna be the outcome of the situation. Plato wrote about Atlantis as a historical fact. Tuxedo, you have some interesting information. Do share your resources in the Discord. As Schmooze is your best shot. Other two disagreements, you're cooked, but maybe not. Find out Saturday night. We'll see. We'll see. The other ones you're saying Sal Killed will win. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's Sal Killed. You have Chaos, and you have Kevin Holland. Okay. We'll see. But you know what? Kevin Holland is giving me... yeah, I don't know. It's okay. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I feel good about my picks as of now. We'll see. Okay. Any last words? I guess that's all. Till I see you again. Till I see you again. Wow. Thanks, Fairy. But that's the song. What song is that? I'm not saying it right. Tips Crown. I'm also riding with Chaos, but I stan him. Yeah, I know. I picked him a few times before, and it's just he disappointed me, and I can't do. I don't think I can do that again. But yeah, okay. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of... I also have so many things I have to do. I have to run some errands right now. It's like almost 8 o'clock. I mean, I guess that's not going to be hot outside, but I need to, like... I actually have to go. Sudden realization. I have more shit on my to-do list. Okay, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, guys. I'll check... Oh, actually... Maybe I'll... Mohammed, I know I promised I would be in the Discord immediately after, but I'll check on it after I'm back. Because stores are going to close and I have to do some things. So, but yeah, everyone, please hop into the Discord. Everyone who has a membership, would love to see you there. Attach your accounts. I'm excited about it, so... Okay. Hasta mañana. Yes, до завтра. И приятного вам вечера. Надеюсь, что у вас было... What's another way to say приятная пятница? Вперед? Are you trying to say вперед? Is that how you spell вперед? I thought there was a U, not E-O. Doesn't seem right. Anyways. Всем пока. Я вас встречу завтра в 6 часов. И да, ну что. Почему-то так сложно кончать вещи, знаете? Даже этот стрим. Почему-то так сложно даже кончать вечер, ночь. Я иногда лежу в постели и просто не чувствую комфортно, когда начинаем понимать, что день закончен, и это все. И завтра мы начинаем снова. Было бы так классно, если бы день никогда не заканчивался, никогда не надо было бы спать, и... Да. Anyways, completely different thought. Пока.